Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive, and it's time now for us to take your queries up on Auto Selector. Sirish joins us as always. Sirish, our first question comes in to us from Pranav Kumar. Now, Pranav writes in saying he's interested in buying himself the Premier Rio and wants your opinion on the car. He lives in Kannur, where the terrain is hilly and also the estate roads can be pretty bad. Now, he says, is the Rio a good choice and does it have a four-wheel drive, and also will it be reliable for him to manage it in a hilly terrain?
The Premier Rio. Well, see, what it is very well priced. It's India's first compact SUV. It takes advantage of all those excise brakes, and so it is cheap. Now, what it is not is A, very good looking. I don't think it's a good looking car. It doesn't have good interior quality. The engine is the same old Peugeot engine, which is now a Premier engine, so it's nothing great on reliability, and you won't have Premier dealers all over the place, so getting it serviced will be an issue. It's fuel efficient, but it's not very powerful. It is not refined. So there's really nothing going for it. It doesn't have good space inside. It is actually quite cramped. It doesn't have four-wheel drive. It's only two-wheel drive. But it is compact and it's got good ground clearance, got chunky tires. So it will clamber over rocks and all that, but it will not do any hardcore off-roading. So I don't know why you will look at a Premier Rio except for its price and for its novelty factor, because nobody really has a Premier Rio. But I would suggest, see, you live in Kannur. You must have seen 100 Boleros going up and down those hills. That is the vehicle to buy. It is not premium, it is not different, it doesn't look special, but it gets the job done. It gets the job done very well, and it is also very well priced. So stick with what you know, stick with the Bolero. If you can extend your budget, go for the Scorpio. But those are my picks, not the Rio.
All right, our next question comes in to us from Kishore Chandra. He says he's been driving a Hyundai Santro for the past 5 years and now he's looking to upgrade to a sedan. His budget is about 8 lakh rupees. He's driven both the Fiesta and the Chevrolet Aveo. He found the Fiesta to be quite practical but liked the looks and the interiors of the Aveo more. He wants your advice on which car to choose. He drives about 45 kilometers every day, Sirish.
The Aveo, no. Really, it's an old vehicle and it hasn't really excelled in any department. It hasn't done well in India. It hasn't competed against any car on any real strength. So I would really not suggest the Aveo. There is a new Aveo that has been launched worldwide. It's been launched as a hatchback and a sedan will be out very soon. We were talking about the Aveo coming to India, but I've learned from sources that the Aveo project for India has been canned and GM will be bringing the Chinese Sail to India to compete at the bottom end of the sedan category. So the new Aveo is not going to come and the current Aveo will be phased out, so it makes no sense to really look at the Aveo. The Fiesta, good car, really good selection. It's got a good engine, it's got good interiors, very nice to drive. It's actually an involving car to drive, good ride quality too, but it doesn't have good interior space. It is a bit cramped. In fact, I would suggest that you wait till the 1st of December when the Etios sedan is launched in India. It might not be the best looking car to look at least, but it's got very good interior packaging, obviously very high Toyota quality and reliability standards, and I think that will go to the top of its segment. So wait for the Etios.
All right, our final question comes into us from Arvind Krishnan. Arvind writes into us from Mumbai. He says he was all set to buy himself the new Volkswagen Polo 1.2 diesel, but then he saw the new Fabia, which was launched a few weeks ago. Now he wants to know, should he still go ahead with the Polo or should he get himself the Fabia? I think that's going to be a question that we're going to see a lot of on the show, Sirish.
See, it's a very, very difficult question, and we really had to rack our brains over it. The Polo and the Fabia, they're both based on the same platform. They're both built at the same plant, VW's plant at Chakan. They both have the same engines, the 1.2-litre 3-cylinder petrol and diesel, same performance, almost similar dynamics. So what do you choose? Now the Polo, it looks more upmarket, more modern. It is a newer car and I think it's very, very stylish. The Fabia has been facelifted, but that facelift doesn't make too much of a difference. It still looks the same like the Fabia, and the Fabia has been around for 2-3 years. So I would take the Polo because it looks more stylish, and in the Polo, that sense of quality, that sense of premiumness is much more than the Fabia. The Fabia has slightly more rear legroom, and even the base version of the Fabia gets a driver's airbag. But the Polo and the Fabia, the base versions, are priced almost identically. And I thought the Fabia should have been little cheaper than the Polo, considering the Fabia is the entry brand into the VW group and the VW brand is slightly more upmarket. So overall, I would take the VW. And we've done a full comparo of these two cars in the November issue of Overdrive. It is a little more detailed than what I'm telling you right now, so read that comparo. But seriously, the Polo makes little more sense than the Fabia.
Let's wrap up Auto Selector for this week. Remember, do send us your queries and your comments to helpdesk@overdrive.co.in.